I'm in the Zeekr 009 Grand, and this is the best massage you can get in Las Vegas without ruining your relationship with your spouse. Let me give you a bit of a walkthrough here. And I wanted to say, this is actual Himalayan stone. Is this? I looked up some of these details. Let me see. Oh, it is cold to the touch.
Handmade.
Handmade.
Yes.
And the carpet is wool?
Yes, from Australia.
Oh, from Australian wool.
Yeah.
And how big is the display? So
Let me bring the presenter to tell you.
it's 43 inches. Okay. Well, I'm going to jump out and continue talking about this. I've done my research, so very nice. Thank you. So that was a look inside the Zeekr 009 Grand. And I'm going to compare a couple things to the Cadillac Escalade IQ. I know that's kind of a weird comparison, but hear me out in a minute. So this is a minivan, an MPV as they call it in China and other markets. And they've taken out the second and third rows to create a super executive limousine. So you can see it's just a 4-passenger, 2 premium passengers in the rear, the driver, and then I guess a companion, maybe a security guard. So this vehicle is available in China compared to the Escalade IQ, which is a new vehicle out. This is about 20 inches shorter, and you can see all over it. It's super high tech. I see camera, LiDAR sensor up front. And this is from a styling standpoint, this is just a super cool retro cyberpunk, steampunk type of a design. It's super fantastic. I hope that maybe this will inspire or scare some of the domestic manufacturers to say, maybe there is a market for an exclusive, large, luxury, very stylish SUV or minivan here in the United States. The wheels, again, I'm just going to randomly compare different attributes. The wheels are 20-inch forged. The Cadillac Escalade IQ, which I'm trying to get into one. Excuse me, I just got to pick up my bag in the next few days and I'll put up a video online. So the Cadillac Escalade IQ has ridiculously large 24-inch wheels. So these are smaller, but the style and the shine on them, the mirror finish is just fantastic. I was told they are forged. Now, from a battery and range and performance perspective, this has a 108 kilowatt hour battery. So that's a nickel manganese cobalt chemistry. Good for 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds is a claim. 0 to 100. Cadillac Escalade IQ claims under 5 seconds, so they're both really fast. I should say the Escalade IQ has a massive 200 plus kilowatt hour battery, so it's not really the same comparison. Range on this 009 Grand is 702 kilometers. That's 436 miles, but that is on the CLTC test that they use in China, which is very, generous. It's hard to compare to EPA, but there's a fudge factor I use. I would expect this maybe around 300 plus miles of range if this were to come to America. There is no talk of this being offered here, but I do think we need cool minivans like this in our market, whereas the Escalade IQ has a 460 mile range. Again, just 2 really big seats in the back with just an ultra premium rear passenger experience with the big displays, controls, and hopefully the audio came through from the spokesperson with some of the details of the inside. That's a look through of the 009 Grand. I'm going to continue through the Zeekr booth here. Price of this in China is 789,000 yuan. That's 109,000 US dollars. The Escalade IQ starts around $130, $130,000 in the US. So price-wise, it's a comparison, but of course, this isn't available here. There is a 100% tariff on vehicles coming from China from the Biden administration. I doubt that's going to change under Trump. So we won't get this here, but this is the first time I'm seeing it in person, and I really like it. Next, another MPV minivan. This one I'm going to compare to a different minivan, and I'm going to compare it to the Volkswagen ID Buzz from a size standpoint. It's just like an inch shorter, than the ID Buzz short wheelbase that we do not get in the US. We get the long wheelbase version. So compared to long wheelbase, this is much smaller. It's more in line with the model that's available in Europe. So this is the SEA M platform, M for mobility. This is one of their latest platforms, and this is also being used by Waymo, or will be used by Waymo. They announced it yesterday that they are still moving forward with plans in 2025 to use this for Waymo ride-sharing vehicles in the US. Now, it will probably be a reduced fleet because, again, this is a Chinese manufactured vehicle. It would be subject to the 100% tariff unless they can somehow get a IOU, I guess, from the White House to lower that, in which case they would be able to use more of them. But Waymo has also been talking to other manufacturers, and they currently use the Jaguar I-Pace. Now, from a battery standpoint, there are two batteries that are available in the Zeekr Mix. So this is the consumer version. Waymo will be using an SEA-M variant of this for its autonomous ride sharing. The Zeekr Mix comes with two battery sizes. There is a standard 76 kilowatt hour LFP battery or a 102 kilowatt hour NMC battery. That gives you a range of 550 kilometers or 702 kilometers. What does that mean in EPA if you do that fudge factor? I would expect about 230 for the smaller battery in terms of miles, and probably closer to 300 miles on the EPA test if you were to bring the larger battery variant here. Now compare that to the Volkswagen ID Buzz that's available in the US. They're at about 230 miles. So the larger version long-range battery of this vehicle would get more range, about 65, 70 miles more range. And while this is not retro, it is cute. And you can still see lots of cameras, high tech, another LiDAR sensor up front, as well as a camera array there behind the front mirror. Very sweet vehicle. I'll go around back this side. Thing to note that this is intended to be a comfortable vehicle for riders, and you can see the dual sliding doors to create just a B-pillarless opening as you go in. So let's take a peek in here. Two quite executive seats in the back. And unfortunately, we don't get a lot of cool stuff in America, including seats that turn around. It doesn't meet the NHTSA requirements for crashworthiness. That and things like mirrorless side view cameras, using side view cameras instead of a mirror. That currently does not meet the law as written. Those things will have to get decided. Do we modify them? They're under study, and sometimes the government takes a while. So this is a consumer version, the Zeekr Mix. A ride-hailing vehicle would be different than this in terms of, the appointments of the interior. But the Zeekr Mix, as you see it here, this goes for about 279,000 RMB in China. That's about 40,000 US dollars. And the Volkswagen ID Buzz goes for about $60,000. It's a longer wheelbase version. But it's, from a comparison standpoint. So now, if that didn't break your heart, let's go over here. This is the Zeekr 001, but it's not just any Zeekr 001. This is the Zeekr 001 FR. And I will ask somebody, I actually don't know what FR stands for. I'm gonna guess it stands for freaking race car, because that's pretty much what it is. So I'm just going to give a slow walk through, let you look at, there's so many carbon fiber accents and details on this vehicle. It's so good looking. This is a shooting brake, so kind of a hot hatch, but an executive sedan hot hatch. This is actually built on the SEA1 platform. So that's the same as the first vehicle we saw, the 009, the 009 Grand. It also underpins the Polestar 4. So this is one of the newer platforms, I should say, meant to start off, but there was just this rush of elbows as I got into the convention hall. Zeekr is part of the Geely Group. It is independently listed as a stock. So anybody wanting to get into stonks, this is not financial advice, but this is a really great looking vehicle and something I've always had my eye on. Anywhere you see carbon fiber, that's not just fake for visual aesthetics, although it does look great. It is the real deal. But anyway, back to this is designed in Sweden, made in China, and this is their hyper performance version. So one motor per each wheel. So this is a quad motor. Oh, the brakes say they're made in Germany. I'll get to the brakes in a minute. Let's talk about acceleration first. This out-accelerates the Tesla Model S Plaid. That's the manufacturer's claim. And they back it up with lots of details how Tesla chooses to test their vehicle 0 to 60 timing and how they did it. So whether you say it's 2.02 seconds or 2.37, it all depends on how you start the clock, prepare the track, whether or not there's a little bit of a roll allowed. All those details go into the actual measurement. In my opinion, anything less than 4 seconds is stupid fast. Maybe you're at less than 3 seconds, but this thing is well under 3 seconds, knocking on the door of 2 seconds in terms of acceleration. How does it get so fast? It is a quad motor with 1,248 horsepower, but who's counting? Unlike the Tesla Model S Plaid, so they're claiming a 2.02 acceleration. Unlike the Tesla Model S Plaid though, this car is really more of a race car. The wheels on this thing are fantastic and the brakes back it up. So this has, let's see, the electric motors are silicon carbide and the pistons on this are 4-piston brakes. If I told you that, that would sound impressive. But that's not what you're looking at. You're looking at a 10-piston caliper and the rears are 4-piston. So it's just phenomenal the amount of braking this must be able to achieve. It has carbon ceramic brakes and I can see the Brembo tag on it and made in Germany. So I wonder what it's like to do a brake job on a car like this. Like I said, like all Zeekr, Zeekr is the performance and autonomous driving brand. Basically the best of everything when it comes to their positioning within the Geely organization. Geely's kind of complex to explain. There are companies like Polestar that is listed separately and Zeekr that is listed separately, and yet they are all part of the same family and they do some sharing. Thus you see some of the platform sharing initiatives. Let's get a close-up here. You can see the carbon fiber. This is real carbon fiber. This ain't just an applique. Beautiful lighting. Everything about this vehicle is just fantastic. Let's see what else I can tell you. Those are 22-inch wheels that I pointed out before. And from a competitive standpoint, this could go against something like the Porsche Taycan Sport Turismo, which is my favorite shooting brake in the US because it is an electric, but because it's kind of the only one, to be honest. We need more vehicles like this in our country. And I'm gonna now swing along the side and show you on the inside. So how much does this cost? 769,000 RMB. The numbers could have changed, who knows? The pricing in China has just been very fluid, to say the least. That works out to about 105,000 US dollar. And when I mentioned autonomy, this does feature Zeekr Pilot NZP. That's kind of their point-to-point navigation. So you get in, you say, I'm starting here, I want to go there, and it can guide you depending on the roads and whether or not they've been accurately mapped out and approved for use, but it is just a fantastic vehicle from an acceleration and performance standpoint, but also just from a looks and technology. So I'm going to wait patiently here, see if I can get a pop in. Excuse me.
Yes.
FR, what does FR stand for?
Future road.
Future road?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was
Also-
guessing
Yeah.
frickin' race car.
So you look at this
Yeah,
symbol.
future-
It looks like R, but it's actually FR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we designed it.
Future road.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Very good.
Future road. Because,
Yep. Can I sip in?
of course,
Thank you.
go ahead.
Thank you. All right, so I'm going to end the video here with a look in. Oh, there's Alcantara everywhere. I have a Shepherd Husky mixed dog, and if she got in here, the fur would just stick everywhere. It's fantastic. So you have a camping mode, car wash mode, pet mode is on. That's nice. Stress relief cabin. Oh.
Just in case you
Oh,
put the gear.
because I'm in pet mode, I guess I can't stress relief. So not a massive driver display, but just the basics. I do like the steering wheel. It's a little squared off, but it's not the worst. And yeah, so I'll end it here. Very excited to see Zeekr. And I'll put it this way too. I put videos out like this partially because I like cars, but also as a warning to other automakers. This is what you're going to have to contend with someday. All the trade barriers and tariffs, they're only going to last so long, and you better go electric because the future is electric. Thanks for watching.